and welcome to Long Live the Queen, where we talk about the women who made history. And by we, I mean the royal we, because it's just me. Today we're going to talk about Clementia of Hungary. Clementia of Hungary was born in the year of our Lord, 1293. Her mother died the same year Clementia was born, and it was thought that she may have died from complications from Clementia's birth. Clementia's father died just 2 years later from the plague. After that, she was raised by her paternal grandmother, Mary of Hungary. She was raised in Naples as a Hungarian princess, but she would have no memory of her parents, the classic Disney princess origin story. When Clementia was about 21, there was a scandal at French court. The Queen of England testified against her sisters-in-law, and 2 of them were accused of adultery and jailed. The scandalous Tour de Nesle affair. The King of France died not long after jailing his daughters-in-law. Some thought all of this drama caused the cerebral stroke that had killed him, or a curse the Templars put on him to the 13th generation. The king is dead. Long live the king. The new king was his son, King Louis X, Louis the Quarrelsome. But King Louis was in between popes, so the king could not get a proper annulment and a proper new wife. But when the king's jailed wife died, of a cold or of strangulation, unclear, the king was free to remarry, and he did, immediately. In 1315, just after the death/murder of his allegedly adulterous wife, 26-year-old King Louis married 22-year-old Princess Clementia of Hungary. Risky move, Clementia. But she likely had no say in the decision. Just don't cheat and keep your purses on your person. And if you don't understand the purse reference, check out either the episode before this, Margaret of Burgundy, or the episode after this, Joan of Burgundy. No relation, but also it's complicated. Unfortunately for Clementia, or maybe fortunately for Clementia, her husband, King Louis X, the Quarrelsome, L10, died the following year after just 10 months of marriage. He died a very French death. He died after playing a rousing game of indoor tennis, his favorite pastime, and then drinking, either wine or water, depending on what story you believe. But he drank something. Remember how he liked tennis more than his first wife? It kind of killed Louis the Quarrelsome. Poison maybe, maybe not. The same thing happened to Catherine de' Medici's brother-in-law in Paris, Prince Francois, just 200 years later. Poison? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. A lot of playing tennis and then suddenly dying after taking a potentially poisoned drink. Queen Clementia was 4 months pregnant with the king's baby when the king died. The king did have one daughter with his first wife, but her legitimacy had been questioned when her mother's infidelity was exposed. And in any case, France was sticking to the whole boys-only thing. No one wanted a 4-year-old girl for their king. 5 months after the death of Queen Clementia's husband, she gave birth to a baby king. The king is dead. Long live the king. Newborn, King John I, known as King John the Posthumous, because his father died before, and he became king at the moment of his birth. Unfortunately, King John the Posthumous died when he was only 5 days old. There were rumors that his uncle, Prince Philip the Tall, had him murdered so that he could be king. There were also rumors that they had him sent away for his safety, and just like the princes in the tower, people appeared claiming to be him over the next few decades. Clementia's brother-in-law, Prince Philip the Tall, became the next king after his infant nephew's death, King Richard III vibes. And like King Richard III, he fought with his sister-in-law and refused to pay her dower income. He also had his 4-year-old niece pay for his coronation after the death of both of her parents and her only brother. Classy. Dowager Queen Clementia wrote to the Pope several times for justice from her late husband's family. Clementia left French court for 5 years, and I like to imagine that was her eat, pray, love era. We don't have a lot of information about that time, but she was gathering herself. Then she returned to Paris with a whole new sense of herself. She actively participated in court and was known for her patronage and gift-giving. Queen Clementia died on the 13th of October, 1328, at the age of 35. We don't know what she died from. But she never remarried or had any children after her infant King John I, because the queens of France do not remarry. And that is where I'll leave it for now. What did you think of Clementia of Hungary? This was a short one, guys. She was only queen and queen mother for just over a year, so she wasn't on the royal radar long. Do you think her husband, the quarrelsome one, was afflicted by his father's curse from the Templars? And did he kill his first wife, or have her killed? He probably didn't show up at the prison himself, but did he have her killed? You can share your thoughts with me at longlivethequeenpodcast@gmail.com, or on Facebook or Instagram at Long Live the Queen Podcast, or join us on Patreon for bonus content and extended episodes. Long live to all the queens out there, and until next time, bye.
You'll be remembered.
Thanks for listening.